It's also powerful for me. Yesterday morning, I was down in El Paso visiting the border on this issue. So I got in late last night, and I have to tell you, what we saw down there is hard to describe. So I'm going to try and describe it to you, and it's not what you think, but it is just as bad. We went down and we saw facilities, stations, camps, and there was no one there. We saw faith-based organizations ready. We saw people from Albuquerque in El Paso, in some of the houses there, accepting asylum seekers, helping immigrants, helping migrants, and there was no one there. We saw one facility that can now hold 1,000 people at the same time, which is awesome, right? This is what the community has been gathering around to build. But what is this administration doing in the face of a community, of a country, standing up and saying we are here to help? They are betraying the American dream. They are shutting the process down before the border. The Remain in Mexico program is something that is literally creating a wall in our country. It is a wall that is stronger and that is worse than any physical wall we could build. It is a wall that leaves people on the other side of that border abandoned, without any kind of medical help, without any kind of family support, without any kind of gateway anywhere. They have given months of their lives, their life savings. They have sacrificed so much, and many times family members, to get that far, only to be denied that American dream. Those huddled masses that we always talk about on the Statue of Liberty are still there. They're just not letting them cross. This is extremely dangerous, because I believe it is something that is the opposite of who we are as a country, but it's something that looks seemingly better, right? That's what's the problem here. People see this and they say, oh, there's no issue. There's no one in the camps anymore. Everything's great. And they don't see what's happening across the border. Or when we allocate money, when Congress finally steps up and they fight, and they say we've got to have tens of millions of dollars, we really need hundreds of millions of dollars to fix our immigration system, a bipartisan notion. And we send that money down when it's intended for processing at the border, when it's intended for filtering people in to our system, as we have done for decades, if not centuries.
Yeah.
But where does that funding go? It goes to private companies.
Boo!
For indefinite periods, even right here in New Mexico, these individuals denying them the same dream that those funds were supposed to ensure.
Boo!
This is what I learned down the border yesterday. So for me, there was also something else that I wanted to share, and it's that concept of family. It's that idea that, again, people from all walks of life and all partisan stripes believe, for the most part, that this zero tolerance policy was wrong, right? We stood up and forced our country to end that policy. But now, they have the tightest definition of family you can imagine. It's biological parentage. That's it. You show up with your grandma, your uncle, your aunt, siblings, and they have the right to separate you. This is wrong. This is current policy. This is congressional policy. This is an area where we can take action. This is an area where we can define the family as a broader family, a family that we know we have right here in New Mexico.
Yeah! Yeah.
And so for me, when I think about what it means to be a family, when I think about all that we see in our own families, our own mixed families, whether it's mixed from where we came from, mixed all kinds of different things, even folks who are, through second marriages and third marriages, a family is a unit that is together for each other as a family. That's the definition. It does not have to be parentage, right? This is a term that we've got to get past. And this is a term that will save lives. This is a term that will keep people together, especially children with that most important caregiver who got them there. Now, let me also say this. I know that in our city, when you put together what it means to be a mayor, what it means to actually try and run a city that people are proud of, a city that we want to be in, it means that we can't have I can't operate a city where a huge section of our population is afraid to call the police. I can't operate a city where people can't take their kids to school and go after school programs. We can't provide health care for our families and our children when people are afraid to go and check in at a hospital. And this fear is being driven from DC and from these policies.
Yep.
It's things like cages, right? It's things like zero tolerance. It's the kind of hateful rhetoric that is dividing us, that is driving fear in our community and is making it harder for me to run our city in an effective, compassionate way for everyone. That's also why what we hear with respect to ICE and the raids, I want to remind everyone, we are proudly an immigrant-friendly city.
Yeah! Woo! Woo!
And wonderfully, because of counselors' help, and I know there's some here today, our city council has voted in protections at least, for city resources, even our police department. Those operations cannot be used for ICE deportation initiatives. And it's because in many ways, not just because of values and because of faith and because of human dignity, but also because of that notion of keeping families together. We're better off when families are together, and we are better off when people are not afraid. That is something that benefits everyone. And that is something that this city stands for.
Yeah! Yeah!
And so for me, one ray of hope was for me, one, to see all of the volunteers, all of the nonprofits, all of the advocates down there ready. And also for me, to know that Albuquerque is ready. Many of you out here have come together to be prepared to help these individuals as they pass through our community. And also to stand up for our individuals that are still here, regardless of where they came from, regardless of how they got here, regardless of who they love. We are an inclusive city.
Yeah! Woo! Yep.
And so for me, I am grateful and I am proud to say that Albuquerque is a city that is together. We are one Albuquerque, and we stand up for everyone, regardless of the answer to any of those questions. That is the definition of our core spirit, our honoring our history, honoring our families, honoring our community, and trying to be the city that we know. Now, we are a national leader when it comes to equity, inclusion, and immigrant rights. That is a great thing, and that's something I'm proud of.
Yep. Yeah. Woo!
And so let me close by saying two things. Number one, we are also one of the few cities that has a fully effective and operating and working hard every day Office of Immigrant and Refugee Affairs. I'm so glad we have Mariella over here. Dedicate their professional lives, if not more, to these issues. And I'm so proud to say they are part of the city of Albuquerque. They're a reflection of the priorities that I just articulated. Thank you for all you've done to help us.
Yeah!
And so lastly, let me say thank you to everyone who is out here tonight. Thank you for some of you who have been a part of this story personally. Thank you for some of you who literally are just here engaging for the first time. I met a woman who's here for the first time. She decided to move to Albuquerque. She just told me that.
Yeah!
Thank you for all of your help and all I try and do for our city as well. Thank you so much, Albuquerque.
We love you.
Yeah!